What's up, everyone? I am Matt Milstead, and I'm here with Handel Eugene. He just presented here at the Maxon booth at NAB 2019. Excellent presentation. Really enjoyed your presentation. I actually didn't catch it here, but I saw it ahead of time while you were doing the previews, and it was really, really good.
Thank you, man.
I love the style. You know, that's what hits me immediately. You know, especially with the Spider-Man stuff, and then the very illustrative. It's like you get an illustrative look, but only with 3D. It's very cool.
Right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's definitely a style that I've been trying to gravitate more towards. Trying to do my work. I've been trying to kind of like master that a little bit more. Mainly, like, truthfully, honestly, the main reason I'm trying to pursue that because there's not as many people that are willing to go down that path, you know, like willing to kind of combine the technical with the artistic, you know, like things that are aesthetically pleasing, but well, for me, like you'll see that with some of our favorite studios. What do they do? They take the technical guy and they take the artistic designer and they combine them together and they make a beautiful piece. And those are some of my favorite projects. So I was like, you know, that's what I want to do as an artist. So I want to try and combine some technical aspect with the creative aspect and try and make as much beautiful motion work that you don't see as much people doing because they're not willing to kind of, you know, dive that deep. And so I'm trying to really dive deep in that particular area and hopefully, yeah, it shows in my work and what I've been up to lately.
Yeah, and I've always said that, you know, I think the best 3D artists are the ones that come from like a design background or that really focus on those design principles. Like you could definitely see in the one that you showed off where you were like squishing the trees and the house and stuff like that. It's a very simple scene, you know, it's a lot of basic primitives and stuff like that, but the colors are what, like, just the color palette just absolutely sold that scene.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. And so like that's the benefit, and I'm thankful, I'm grateful to have like spent 5 years at Royale working, sitting next to some of these amazing illustrators, these amazing designers, and working with them on multiple projects, and that's what they taught me. Here's the thing. I'll tell you a quick story really fast to kind of what really changed my perspective as far as how I approach my work. We were working on a job, and we needed to pitch some ideas, and I was a young artist at the time, and we were pitching some references, and my references were all like stuff you'd find on Vimeo or you'd find on Motionographer. They're all like from artists like within our industry. It's like these are some cool frames. But then my senior art director and creative director put these references that were like completely away from our industry. They were like traditional art, traditional paintings, traditional designs. You know, it was like architecture and sculptures and all these things that were outside of our industry. And he was tapping into these very unique illustrative designs, these elements, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. It kind of put me to shame at that time. Like ever since then, I've been like, yeah, that really changed. It's like almost like this paradigm shift. I really just changed my perspective, and I've been gathering up references of stuff outside of our industries that kind of seep into my work, instead of just kind of like looking to work that's already out there within our industry, trying to create fresh work that's like that's more illustrative, that's more design based. That's what I've been trying to do with my work, and yeah, again, like with that all those examples that you saw, taking, you know, illustration principles, you know, like, and applying those into work, color schemes, the way colors work, you know, with the exaggerated proportions and stuff like that. All that hopefully seeping into my work from references that I've got from traditional art and such. So yeah, that's my goal.
The one that I really enjoyed, I enjoyed the whole thing, but really, the one that I really liked was the Spider-Man stuff. Can you talk to me kind of like about the process of going through that? Because like, it basically looks like, you know, someone just drew the whole thing. And I noticed a lot of Photoshop work within it and everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, so I was, again, fortunate to be on that job and be with some talented people who guys like Chris Carboni, Doug Appleton, Johnny Lepore, those guys at Perception who really helped push the creative. I think that was the biggest thing going in. It's like, we've got this title sequence and we really want to push. We want to use all the tools that were at our disposal to kind of create something new and fresh. And so thankfully those guys there had I think it was only like 5 of us total, and we all had different skill sets, and we all kind of played to our strengths, right? My strength was in animation in 3D. You know, Chris Carboni was an amazing art director who did illustration and cell animation. You know, Doug Appleton's been working on Marvel films since like the beginning, and Johnny Lepore has been doing. I think he was at NAB like 10 years ago or something like that. Like
that guy's amazing.
Yeah, the guy's amazing and super talented, and so we've got all these different perspectives, and we're applying all our different skills and techniques and putting it all together in one project. So and combining traditional techniques, I think that's the biggest thing. It's like we're using digital tools, but you know it's not going to all be digital. We got hand drawn elements. We've got cell animated elements. We've got elements inside of Photoshop that are designed. We've got elements inside of Cinema 4D that are animated elements inside of After Effects. We're using all these different tools at our disposal. And the theme of that whole sequence, you know, this is coming directly from the director of the film. He's like, we wanted it to feel like high school art class. Yeah, so like high school art class. So that was we got that and we ran with that. You know, we're trying to what else can we do? What else can we do? Just going back to our high school days and like our art classes or whatever, where we're just like doing finger paints or whatever, this, that, and the other. But this time we're actually creating it for an actual major film.
Yeah. So, I was watching a video. I think they released Perception released a video on the making of that, like the behind the scenes, and they were saying that people would just be like in meetings tracing stuff out, like they would print them out and then just retrace over stuff. I mean, it's such a cool concept. And then like on top of that, you've got the 3D work that you did, you know, and you melded the traditional like hand stuff and then the 3D and just made it one seamless looking thing.
Yeah, again, really fast. I just got to shout out Johnny Lepore and his vision, Doug Appleton, the creative director on that particular job, Chris Carboni, who did an amazing job with the illustrations, and I just was fortunate to be a part of that team where we've got these guys with like these really sharp creative minds. Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, we're creating the animatic inside of Cinema 4D, printing that out on paper, and then drawing on each frame, you know, to kind of grit this handcrafted feel. Yeah, it's more tedious. Yeah, it's more work, but it goes so far, you know, when you've got those tactile, hand-drawn elements that you can see in your work. And I think that's what people love. That's what people gravitate towards. That's what makes it feel different. That's why people love that sequence so much. Is because of the extra effort that we put into it, the extra work we went in. It shows. That's something that I'm trying to do more and more in my work. You know, going above and beyond, trying to find elements that just aren't digital. You know, that are traditional, that can make that project take it to that next level. You know, so yeah, that's what we're trying to do more of. That's what I'm trying to do more of.
Cool, man. You got anything on the horizon that we should look out for?
Actually, yeah. So this is my first time speaking at NAB. And
is it really? Yeah. You look like a seasoned vet out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'll say it won't be my last time speaking. There's some other conferences coming up. I won't give it away just yet. So I'm excited about what the fall has in store. So I'll just leave it there.
Cool, man.
Thank you.
Where can people find you online?
Oh man, you can find my website HandelEugene.com. You can find me on Instagram Handel.Eugene, Twitter Handel_Eugene. So yeah, just look me up. You can find all my socials. So.
Thanks, man.
One thing I'll just plug. Last thing.
Do it. Plug it away.
Yeah. My blog. Like my blog does. I've been keeping up with 10 years. I love my blog more than Instagram or Twitter or any other, because it's a true description of what I am as an artist. You know, I create art on there just for the sake of art, not for their audience or anything like that. So, and you can see 10 years of my progress and progression of how I got here, how I got up on this stage, and I break down a lot of the projects. Even further than you'll find on my Instagram or website on my blog. So just want to throw that out there.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Hey,
I appreciate it. All right, stick around for more interviews from the NAB floor for Mograph.com and iDesign.com. We'll see you later.